What's good, people? Welcome to Vanta Vitality, where I bring you key tips and takes on health, wealth, and the world at large. If you don't know who I are, my name is Vanta Noir. If you're on YouTube, be sure to smash up the like button and hit subscribe. Hit the bell button and all to know whenever I got some new insights to give you life. In this episode, I'm going to show you the worst bank to keep your money. Now, a lot of people keep their money with this bank, and they don't know the history and the behavior of this bank. So it's not just the past, but it's the present and potentially the future. So what bank am I talking about? I'm talking about JP Morgan Chase. This is hands down the worst bank that you could put your money in. And I'll show you. First, I'm going to show you one story that came out in 2019. Okay? It came out in 2019, and it was reported by almost every single major news network. All of mainstream media talked about it, but for some strange reason, it didn't become a scandal, and it was a very, very scandalous report. I'll show you right now. Everyone reported on this. We got CBS, CNN, Fox News, Yahoo Finance, even People magazine reported on this. Okay, so you see the title as what it says. So let's go into one of them. Let's go into CNN, for instance. Okay, and this is crazy. Cargo ship owned by JP Morgan Chase seized by US with 20 tons of cocaine. Tons. All right? You got people in America doing years in jail. Their whole life. They're out here doing football numbers for a key here and there, or even getting caught with a couple of bags, or even getting caught with intent to distribute. But you got this huge bank, JP Morgan Chase, a part of a fund. No, they run a fund that owns the ship that was transporting this coke. Do you really want to put your money into a bank that deals in cocaine? And to the naive and ignorant, they'll be like, oh, how do you know that? Come on. If you ain't watched Breaking Bad, you need to watch some Breaking Bad to understand that it's not always as cut and dry and direct as, you may think it is. There's always a trail. There's always a paper trail. So let's keep going into the story. It says, U.S. authorities in Philadelphia seized a cargo vessel in June with nearly 20 tons of cocaine on board. The ship, as it turns out, is owned by a fund run by banking giant JP Morgan Chase. A source close to the situation said on Wednesday that the ship, the MSC Guyane, is part of a transportation strategy fund run for the bank's asset management unit. Aren't they supposed to be managing your assets if you have your money in Chase? So look at it. This is what they doing. Potentially with your money. They're taking it and trapping. They're trapping with your money. Let's keep it going. That means JP Morgan Chase does not have any operational control over the vessel, a Liberian flagship that is run by the Swiss-based Mediterranean Shipping Company. The bank had no comment. See, that's CNN trying to cover up for them. They dropped the story and then they covered up for them. Knowing CNN, knowing how they created a scandal out of everything that Trump did. And I'm not even defending Trump, bro, because they all them wealthy white people, they all the same. Racist. But every single thing that Trump would do, Trump drop a donut on the floor. Oh my God, it's a scandal, a whole scandal. Oh. They dedicated more time to the Stormy Daniels story for Trump than this. And this is supposed to be a quote unquote journalistic entity, which it is not. They're just, puppets parroting whatever narrative they've been told to parrot. But look at it. It's crazy. It's in front of your face. You can't even say this is not true because they all reported it. And think about it. Would you really want to put your money into a bank that gets down like this? It doesn't even matter if they, quote unquote, didn't have any operational control over the vessel. Of course, they're not going to have operational control, but they're going to use their loopholes and their back channels to do what they need to do so they know what's going on. They know what's going on. We got companies nowadays, they firing people because they literally, today I saw this. A woman working for some literary council or something like that was fired because she had a Parler and a Gab account. You got people, so let me get this straight. If you make a social media account on some platforms that are particularly right-wing, you can get fired. But if you are connected to a ship having 20 tons of cocaine on it, nothing will happen to you. You'll make more money potentially from it. Slap on the wrist, or everything is okay. This is crazy. This is literally insane. And then look at what this dude said. This dude, U.S. Attorney William McSwain. He said, a seizure of a vessel this massive is complicated and unprecedented, but it is appropriate because the circumstances here are also unprecedented. When a vessel brings such an outrageous amount of deadly drugs into Philadelphia waters, my office and our agency partners will pursue the most severe consequences possible against all involved parties in order to protect our district and our country. But what happened? What happened? And you know what's so funny? You know what probably did happen? He was probably getting ready. He was digging in. Because the way I look at it is like this. There's always the group of people who are corrupt and who are going to cover it up. But there's always the Serpicals. There's always a Serpical in the group that's always going to be for justice. Always looking for justice. Always looking for the truth. Always looking for the light. So maybe he was looking into it a little bit. And when he got close, boom, coronavirus happened. Because this happened in July 10th, 2019, right? Usually these things take long investigations, looking into this, looking into that. So good, 6 months. By the time he was ready to spin around and go do some stuff, boom, March hit, March 20th, coronavirus, bang, lockdown this, lockdown that. Now he can't do nothing. So this is one instance. Now, I'm going to bring it back into history now, which is the craziest part. The crazier part is history. When you find out who J.P. Morgan really is. Because a lot of people don't know who J.P. Morgan really was. A lot of people just hear the word J.P. Morgan and it's just like, oh yeah, J.P. Morgan. But They don't even understand that JP Morgan has held back society, I mean, pretty much 100 years because of what he did to Tesla. Now, JP Morgan was financing Tesla. He was helping Tesla develop more of his inventions and his technological advancements. Now, if people that know about Tesla know that Nikola Tesla wanted to create a system of free energy. He wanted people to have free energy. He wanted to create, for lack of a better term, a 0 point society, 0 point energy based society, where energy was free, electricity was free. Soon it was gonna be free internet. Like the way they had the Jetsons looking is pretty much how Nikola Tesla was gonna have things running in maybe 50 years. Because that's one of the other things, but that's a tangent that I'm not really gonna go on about time and how time is really an illusion. So when they try to tell you something can happen in 20 years, it really can happen in 2 or even 2 days if they really wanted it to. But the situation that happened was Nikola Tesla wanted to do this. And then when they found out he wanted to do this, they went in, they started smearing him. And then as soon as they started smearing him, they burned down his laboratory. And then they try to say, oh, his laboratory burned down under strange circumstances. No, he sent somebody to burn down his laboratory. First, they took what they needed to take whatever information you need to take, and then burn down the whole entire laboratory. These dudes is evil, bro. Specifically, JP Morgan. The dude is evil. 100%. Now we're going to bring it a little more advanced into the times, which is maybe like a good 30, 40 years after. And then we're going to talk about Chase Bank, also known as Chemical Bank. Now, here is this article from the New York Post. And as you can see what it says, Chase apologizes for doing business with Nazis. And you know what's the craziest part? I've been in Williamsburg and I've watched some Jewish men lining up to go into Chase and take their money out. I was looking at that. I was like, what's going on over here? You putting your money with them? So let's go. This is February 23rd, 2000, when they apologized, quote unquote. So pretty much like 60 something years after. 64 to be exact. Chase Manhattan Corp apologized yesterday for aiding Adolf Hitler's Third Reich by converting German marks into US dollars between 1936 and 1941. Because many countries refused to accept German currency during the war, the Nazis used foreign banks like Chase National to change the currency into money that would be accepted. Let's proceed. Chase does not, however, intend to make financial reparations for the role it played in aiding Hitler and the Nazis. The bank did not say how much money it converted for Nazi purposes, nor did it name any of the other banks that it also aided Hitler by exchanging marks for dollars. Maybe because they were the primary ones and they were moving a lot of his money because they were a big bank at the time. Chemical Bank was a big bank. So you see how crazy this is. So why would you put your money with this bank? Why would you put your money with this bank? Why would you say, I'm going to give them my bio survival tickets, as it is mentioned in Robert Anton Wilson's Prometheus Rising? Why are you going to go and put your money into there? Now we're going to get to the modern times now, right? And then we're going to go into what they were doing recently. So, first I'm going to start it with gold. And this happened last year, a few months ago, actually. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it right now. All right? JP Morgan fined $1 billion for metals and treasury market spoofing. And then look what the article says. This is the largest fine ever for spoofing in the metals markets, but is on par with other fines with the financial industry. And I guess they had a little video up, like showing everything that was going down. I'm not going to play it. But you see how crazy this is. You see how wild this is. Now, some people are going to be like, wait, hold on. What's spoofing? And I'm going to explain it right now. So here's Investopedia. Spoofing is a type of scam in which criminals attempt to obtain someone's personal information by pretending to be a legitimate business, a neighbor, or some other innocent party. That's right there on Investopedia. So if you were looking this up and you were like, hold on, what's that? What does spoofing mean? And that's the first thing you see. This is really who you want to put your money with? Now, let's get into the financial definitions of what it is. Spoofing is an illegal practice in which an investor with a long position on a security makes a buy order for that security and immediately cancels it without filling the order. Spoofing tends to increase the price of that security as other investors may then issue their own buy orders, which increases the appearance of demand. The first investor then closes his/her long position by selling the security at the new higher price. Spoofing is a form of market manipulation. And then they put the definition that I already mentioned earlier before about the identity theft. So both of the definitions is not good. And that was last year that they did that. All right. And now we're going to get to the final thing, the digital gold, also known as Bitcoin. So JP Morgan is run by a man named Jamie Dimon. That's his name. That's literally his name. That's how it's pronounced. So now look. Initially, they were against Bitcoin. They were saying, oh, Bitcoin is this and Bitcoin is that. Jamie Dimon was talking about, oh, Bitcoin is blase blah. Here it is again, same CNN. Jamie Dimon hated Bitcoin. Now JP Morgan is getting ahead of the crypto revolution. Really. But even when you look at it right now, right? Even when you look at it right now, they want to say, oh, Bitcoin may never go above 40,000 again. JP Morgan alerts. This was January 2021, this year. Matter of fact, it was a few days ago. 2 days ago, they said this. So they're never going to even tell you the truth about their moves and how they really feel about something. They're back and forth in it on purpose. In the beginning, they was telling people, oh, we don't mess with Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. But in the reality situation behind closed doors, it was like, yo, look into it, buy a little bit of it. Let's see where it is. Let's see where it's at. In reality situation, a lot of these finance guys have probably been in the Bitcoin from the beginning, kept their mouth shut about it, and then now they're the whales. So now they got millions and billions of dollars in fiat, and then they got millions and billions of dollars in Bitcoin. And it sucks. But at the same time, it shows you exactly why you should be in Bitcoin. Because if they're doing this, and if they're planning to have this as a hedge against the dollar, against gold, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to wait for the moment to come when the dollar goes down and they're just sitting back and chilling. And they're going to let you take the fall and take the dive for it. And then when you want to get into Bitcoin, when Bitcoin is 400,000, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, we'll gladly give you some of our Bitcoin. Because now we have it at a way higher value. It's a finesse. If they finessing the gold markets like that, if they finessing Bitcoin like this, what makes you think they're not finessing you, who holds Chase like this? So yeah, this is the worst bank to keep your money with. And I know they're not the only ones. I know there's other banks that are, I don't think as bad as them, but there's banks who's definitely doing some shady business. And that's how it goes, bro. And sis, don't keep your money with JP Morgan. Like, by all means, do not keep your money with them. Look at the history of them. They created a society where we got to pay for electricity and pay for this and pay for that. When the person that they were financing wanted to do the complete opposite, they said, no, we're not going to listen to you. We need to make money. We need to make money. All the money. All of the money. Then they supported Nazis. Then they manipulated the gold market. And before they manipulated the gold market, they got roped into some $77 million cocaine bust. And now they want to flip-flop on Bitcoin to try to make you believe that what they're saying is authoritative. F them. So I hope you gain a better understanding on the worst bank to keep your money. If you think your friends and family have Chase and they could benefit from seeing the truth about Chase, definitely share this video. And if you're interested in learning more about Bitcoin, be sure to check out the links in the description for my free crypto dictionary, the Bitcoin kit, and more. So I'm leaving you with love and light. Peace.